The football head jig has kind of changed the way we jig fish, man. It's a unique style of bait that does a lot of different things that a traditional jig didn't do. So let's look at this football head jig. Let's look at some of the things we could do with it. And because of the design, we're going to be able to do things with that jig that we can't do with a standard jig, right? With a normal flipping jig or kind of pointy-headed jig. The history of this thing, man, this came kind of from the West Coast where they fish a lot of rocky places. They wanted to design a head that could tumble over rock, that wouldn't get caught in crevices, something that would slide. And kind of in the late 70s, 80s, this football head style jig started making its way across the country. And finally, it got over to us here in the Northeast. And it's an amazing style jig. And if you look at the design of that thing, it really does look like a football, right? Look at the shape of that broad head. Where it works, you know, this football head jig is a pretty versatile bait. Docks, rocks, grass, I mean, any of that stuff. But without a doubt, it's amazing around harder bottoms. How many people fish a lake that has some kind of rock or harder bottom structure to it? And on every cast, you know, we're trying to feel the bottom. And this jig, man, with those broad shoulders, dude, it's crawling and it's creeping. And you're gonna feel all that. All that's gonna be transmitted with that real broad head. Seasonally, man, this thing will work all year round. Spring, summer, winter, fall. And here's the techniques. Now we're going to get into it. We looked at the football jig. Here are the techniques that we're going to look at. Stroking or ripping technique, free fall crashing, which we're going to actually bring that into this same technique. We can do both on the same cast. The dragging technique, skipping and swimming, and then finally we'll get to finesse.
Hey, I'm Pete Gluzek.
And I'm Mike Iaconelli.
And this is Bass University TV.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests.
Everywhere I go in the country, I'm trying to use these techniques because I catch big fish that way.
From on the water to in the classroom.
We want to use that bait to help make that area even smaller and really, really find that sweet spot.
You'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills.
You want something that's got a nice limber action, that's going to allow you to build pressure and keep those hooks pinned against that fish's mouth.
Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time.
Hold on, because you're going to catch some big fish.
Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best.
That's a key theory in all of fishing.
Subscribe to Bass University TV today.
Man, does it trigger a lot of strikes.
Here's the part that you're not going to hear anywhere else. This is the Bass University TV exclusive.